Yo, 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 what's going on? Alex Pandrea here. I am joined by the one and only Chris Ramsay. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Awesome. So today we're going to actually learn and talk about how we go into situations where we're going to perform magic for people, for actual people, right? Not webcam, like YouTube, hello. So for actual people, and this is something that sort of we share common ground on because we went out the other night to this really cool bar and we performed some magic for the owner. We met some celebrities and we just showed a whole bunch of people magic. So it got me to thinking, how can we teach you guys about approaching people and pulling out the cards and doing that kind of stuff in that sort of environment? So we'll get into that right now. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna break this down into 3 categories. One is going to be how to actually approach the people, because I know you get like approach anxiety, and that's been a big thing for me. Bam. 2, we're gonna go over how to actually pull out the deck of cards and start doing something. And I know because a lot of people carry decks, they want to go into like card tricks, but how do you really do that?
Super awkward.
Yeah.
Only sociopaths carry around decks of cards.
Walk up to someone, please select the card.
Yeah.
What? Please select
Well, hi, nice to meet you. Here, I have a deck of cards here. Like, oh, this is weird. This got weird fast.
And 3, we're going to talk about the sort of kind of tricks that we do and how to make it cool and fun for the people. Yep. All right, let's go. Number 1, how to approach people. This has been something that everybody sort of wants to know.
Yeah.
When we're in a bar or situation or social environment or any kind of thing like that, and you want to do magic for people because this is what you love to do.
Yeah.
What do you go into? Like, how do you approach somebody and say hi?
Right.
And not make it awkward?
So it depends, because like at where I'm at now, I don't really mind just approaching people and getting right into it, because I've established that type of character with people. But what I used to love doing and still do sometimes is, and it's something you do as well, which is funny. I was like, oh, we should do this. He's like, I do that already. And basically all you do is you walk up to a group of people and you say, listen, my friend over there, he dared me to do a card trick on you guys. Do you mind if I show you? Or he dared me to do a magic trick. Do you mind if I show you? I don't want to go back with my tail between my legs. I kind of really want to, like, show him that I can do this. So I'm not really good.
Also, it helps to actually have a friend there.
Yeah,
So
don't point to just the corner of the room. You know what? Like, you could be alone and just point to a random person and they won't know he's not your friend.
And then afterwards you go back to them and you do the same thing
to the other.
My
friend's over there.
That's a good little scam right there.
That is pretty
I like that.
funny.
We're gonna have to do that. So yeah, no, that's great. Like, hey, sorry to bother you. My friend's over there. I lost a bet, so I have to come and show you a magic trick. I know it's weird.
It makes you vulnerable. It makes you, if you're vulnerable in that situation, people open up to you. If you show vulnerability, people will want to comfort you naturally if you're genuine. If you come off as like, hey guys, how's it going? My friend's over there that dared me. They're gonna be like, get out of here, clown. But if you're like, hey, I'm so sorry. This is super embarrassing for me. But
yeah, humble. This approach is very humble.
People will be like, oh man, it's cool. Show us, and they'll even give you bigger applaud, even if it's not that great of a trick, just because they want to help you out.
And it's even better because you set the standards really low by going, okay. I used to do this thing where I really don't know what I'm doing with the deck of cards, so I think you pick a card and then it escalates into that final ending where it's just like, what the hell just happened? And I go, you like that?
That's right. Yeah, they're always mind blown because the expectations are low. That's right. Another good trick is something that I do a lot, and I talked about this yesterday with you, was impromptu magic. There are really 2 types of impromptu magic. There is impromptu when they know you're a magician. So if I go over there and I say, can I show you a trick? Then they know you can do tricks. But if you do an impromptu effect and they're not expecting it because they don't know anything about you, that's really, really strong. And sometimes that's a great way to get into magic. So if I'm sitting at a bar and I see these people beside and I hold the straw up and I was like, I'm sorry to bug you. Have you guys seen these straws here? And they're like, what do you mean? They're incredible. Do you see what you can do with them? And you just start floating the straw. No reason at all. They'll be like, wait, what? Yeah. Of course they're not going to believe that these straws actually float, but you've now, and they go, are you a magician or something? You go, yeah, I am. Oh man, he's a magician. Can you show us something else?
Yeah, it's always great to get like one person, right, and do something quick and flashy to get there, because they're always going to be like to their friends, hey, watch this guy. Yeah. Right? And then you get the whole thing. It's easier to go to one person, like try to catch him off guard. Yeah. Show him something, like the straw. You were doing the straw float the other night, and people just like, the one girl was just like, calls all her friends, and now we have a whole group, and now we can start chatting and doing magic. All right, so this is something that I was telling you the other night of one opener that I always use, never fail. And it's something that is, you're setting yourself up to, you're not a magician right away, you're just showing them something interesting. And in today's day and age, you have to be interesting and have something different from every other person at that bar to get that attention.
Sure.
Right? So the one thing I do is, if you guys notice, this is a mismade bill. I love this thing to death. This is my favorite close-up trick probably ever. Just do a bill switch. So go out and learn a bill switch, $100 bill switch or any other thing like that, and you're set up to go. So basically what I do is I have a real dollar bill, so I do a thumb tip bill switch. I have a real dollar bill folded up in the thumb tip in my pocket. I pull this out of my wallet and I go up to the bar, let's say, or anywhere that has maybe like a register or something where you're going to pay for something, and I slap the bill onto the bar and I go, can you believe that? And then I just kind of push it in front of somebody's face and I go, do you think this is fake or what? I just got it for change here after I got a drink. And they're like, what is this? And the second they pick this up, they are hooked. They want to know what it is, how it got to this way. And then I do one of two things. I either take it and I go, yeah, the weird thing is that I learned that if I fold it this way, this way, this way, it comes back to a dollar bill. They freak out. I just leave the dollar on the bar and I kind of turn around and grab a drink. And then they're just like, oh, I grab their friends and they're, look with this guy, can you do it again, do it again? The other way is to literally go, yeah, this is weird. You know, I'm a magician. I see weird things all the time, but I've never seen anything like that. And then they go, you're a magician? Wait, what?
You're right.
And then you start
kind
the
of
conversation.
introducing it that way.
You know, so it's a more sly way to get into it.
That's it. That's an important point too. Is just like kind of throwing that information out there rather than making that the piece of information that's going to want them to like you.
Yeah.
So if you just kind of throw it away and nonchalantly and find a good way to do that, because if you walk up to somebody, hi, I'm a magician. You know, that's like walking up to somebody and being like, hi, I'm a physicist. I'm going to teach you about some physics right now. People are like, get the fuck out. You're like, I don't care. You know, oh, hi, I'm a professional bartender. I'm gonna tell you guys about drinks. Like, people don't care. But if you know, kind of organically bring it in, then their defenses aren't up. Introducing cards is always an awkward situation. I think personally, one of the cheesiest and one of the best ways, sometimes, not all the time, because you don't want to be that guy, kind of fiddling with your cards off, you know, doing your thing, springing cards.
Yeah.
You can see when someone's caught your eye, you know, and then from there you can introduce yourself. And sometimes that works. It's not always great. So what's a good way of introducing a deck of cards without being awkward?
So I love the spring thing. The spring thing is something that I do. It's the only flourishy thing that I do.
It makes noise.
Yeah, so I always stress the fact that when you're performing card magic, I don't like to be too flashy or too quick with my hands because I don't want people to think, oh, he just has fast hands. But that's more later, I guess, into the night where to get their attention, especially in these types of situations, I always sit at the bar, maybe do a spring, maybe drop a card right next to them, and oh, sorry, hold on. And then as I pick it up, do a twirl with my finger, get their attention, and then they look back, and then maybe I do like something quick. And a lot of the times they're gonna be like, what's going on there? You know, what's that about? What did you just do? Do that again? And then you just go straight into it. So sometimes I'll do the spring, and if I catch their eye, I go, here, look, this is weird. Do you have a favorite card? And I just literally go into it.
Right into it.
And again, as something I said in my other videos, I don't go, please pick a card, because that's going to be just like every other card trick, and they don't want to probably see card tricks,
right?
right?
That's
I
lame.
just go, look, what's your favorite card? They don't know I'm going to do a trick. And then I go from there into something very quick, very effective. And the one thing I do is if they say a card, right, I'll cull it to the top or do a turnover pass after I find it. And then I say, look, hold out your hand, and I palm it off. And I go, it's weird, before I even came here, I looked at you and I put a card in my pocket. I knew you were going to say this card. And I take it out of my pocket. I was doing that the other night. Turn it over, boom, and I go,
great reaction.
How the hell did you do that?
Yeah.
And you leave it on them.
And that brings us to point number 3, what tricks to perform when in these situations. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna bore you with facts like, don't do A-can off the bat. These are just don't bring linking rings to a bar.
Sam the bellhop, noisy place would not be the best thing to do.
No, you want to keep something fairly simple, simple to understand that isn't too long. And if it is long, have some jokes in there, make it entertaining. At least they're having a good time while they're watching the magic. A lot of times, magicians, we love magic more than lay people. Let's just get that straight right now. We are bigger fans of magic, right? So we tend to forgive a lot of the stuff that laymen don't forgive, right? We forgive it. We're like, oh, it's part of the routine. It's part of the justification of the effect because his left hand was empty. Like, they're just like, what's happening? Like, just please get on with it. So just be prepared to have some jokes in there, some humor, and if not, just make it direct. A direct card trick will always kill. And even if it's not a card trick, if it's something like double cross or just something right
I'd say keep it like under a minute. Get like 3 tricks that you could do boom boom boom, and then you don't want to shove magic down their throats.
No.
You want to do simple things. The straw float that you do is great. You're doing stuff with the rings, you know. I love to do ring magic as well. Like, look, this is weird. Boom. What the hell? That's weird. And then you go into a conversation, and then maybe you add another trick in there.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about magic that we tend to forget, is that magic is a means to meet people. It's a means to connect with people. And connecting with people doesn't mean performing for them. Connecting with people means performing for them and then getting to know them and then actually connecting with them. And so remember that when you're performing, your goal isn't to impress them. Your goal isn't to freak them out. Your goal is to meet somebody new, to connect with somebody and sort of take them out of their bubble, watch them smile, and then learn something about them.
Here are the few things that I do. I do card to pocket. That's usually my go-to because it literally takes 10 seconds. Name a card, palm it off. Oh, it's in my pocket. What the hell? That's weird. Look, we'll do it again. Maybe I do a top change. I put it in the middle. I go, look, it's not on top. Hold out your hand. Put it in your hand. Boom, boom, boom. And then I do my whole energy thing, right? Just make it seem different. As long as you're different and you're fun and you're smiling, you're having a good time, they will as well. Boom, the card changes in their hand. That's 2 effects within the course of not even a minute 2.
Yeah.
And those are the 2 card tricks that I would do if I do pull out cards at that kind of place.
And that's if he does pull out cards. So the other thing is learn your environment. If you're at a bar, for instance, there are napkins, there are glasses, there are lemons probably behind the bar, there are straws available, there's probably a candle somewhere, there's liquid, there's all these different elements that can be used to create a magic routine. So just go out and learn something that involves one of these elements the next time you're in that situation. It's so much more fun to bring out something that's organic, that's laying around, than breaking out a deck of cards. And then after that, if they're impressed, then you break out a deck of cards.
Exactly. One of the things I do is sponge balls, but with a napkin.
Oh.
It's such a simple little thing, and I just do one phase. Sponge balls, like a whole bunch of phases, 3, 4 pop up. But you literally take a napkin, I go, look, this is weird. Rip it in half, boom, boom, place them here. I go, hold out your hand, and then I say, look, I'm gonna take one, you close that one tightly, don't let me get onto it. Look, it's gonna go from me to you. You ready?
Yep. Bam.
Done. From me to you.
That's great.
And this is one of the best things that you can do. If you want to get creative afterwards, I crumple up a napkin, take them both, and switch it for the full napkin, and then restore it.
Or bring some flash paper, which looks like a napkin.
And burn the place down. This is great. Let's just burn it all down.
You know, produce your drink and walk away.
Yeah.
That's actually a great, you're doing stuff and you're like, oh, let me get this piece of napkin. You grab it, you grab the candle, whoosh, boom, oh, drink. All right, thanks guys, it was nice meeting you. You guys are awesome. We're like, that guy's amazing, and just peace out. And they'll be talking about you for the rest of the night. So yeah.
All right, guys, so there you have it. Those are some tips that we learned along the way ourselves.
Yep.
And trying to bring it to you guys. So don't be nervous. We're going to talk to people. You love magic, so this is what you should be doing to the people.
Absolutely.
And let us know what you think. If you have your own tips or tricks or whatever, leave them in the comments.
I'm curious too. Leave them in the comments. I'll respond to a few. I want to see what you guys do.
Yeah, awesome, guys. Catch you guys later.
Like this video.
Peace. Wow.